part 2. Anyways, let's continue about Facebook. In March 2012, Facebook announced App Center, a store selling applications that operate via the website.
The store was to be available on iPhones, Android devices, and for mobile web users.
Facebook's initial public offering came on May 17, 2012, at a share price of US $38.
The company was valued at $104 billion, the largest valuation to that date.
The IPO raised $16 billion, the third largest in U.S. history after Visa incorporated in 2008 and AT&T Wireless in 2000.
Based on its 2012 income of $5 billion, Facebook joined the Fortune 500 list for the first time in May 2013, ranked 462.
The shares set a first day record for trading volume of an IPO, 460 million shares.
The IPO was controversial given the immediate price declines that followed and was the subject of lawsuits, while SEC and FINRA both launched investigations.
Zuckerberg announced at the start of October 2012 that Facebook had 1 billion monthly active users, including 600 million mobile users, 219 billion photo uploads and 140 billion friend connections. On January 15, 2013, Facebook announced Facebook Graph Search, which provides users with a precise answer rather than a link to an answer by leveraging data present on its site.
Facebook emphasized that the feature would be privacy aware, returning results only from content already shared with a user.
On April 3, 2013, Facebook unveiled Facebook Home, a user interface layer for Android devices offering greater integration with a site.
HTC announced HTC First, a phone with Home preloaded.
On April 15, 2013, Facebook announced an alliance across 19 states with the National Association of Attorneys General to provide teenagers and parents with information on tools to manage social networking profiles.
On April 19, Facebook modified its logo to remove the faint blue line at the bottom of the F icon.
The letter F moved closer to the edge of the box. Following a campaign by 100 advocacy groups, Facebook agreed to update its policy on hate speech.
The campaign highlighted content promoting domestic violence and sexual violence against women and led 15 advertisers to withdraw, including Nissan UK, House of Burlesque and Nationwide UK.
The company initially stated, while it may be vulgar and offensive, distasteful content on its own does not violate our policies.
It took action on May 29.
On June 12, Facebook announced that it was introducing clickable hashtags to help users follow trending discussions or search what others are talking about on the topic.
San Mateo County, California, became the top wage-earning county in the country after the fourth quarter of 2012 because of Facebook.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics reported that the average salary was 107% higher than the previous year at $168,000 a year, more than 50% higher than the next highest county, New York County, better known as Manhattan, at roughly $110,000 a year. Facebook joined the Alliance for Affordable Internet, A4AI, in October as it launched.
The A4AI is a coalition of public and private organizations that includes Google, Intel, and Microsoft.
Led by Sir Tim Berners-Lee, the A4AI seeks to make internet access more affordable to ease access in the developing world. The company celebrated its 10th anniversary during the week of February 3, 2014.
In January 2014, over 1 billion users connected via a mobile device.
As of June, mobile accounted for 62% of advertising revenue, an increase of 21% from the previous year.
By September, Facebook's market capitalization had exceeded $200 billion.
Zuckerberg participated in a Q&A session at Tsinghua University in Beijing, China, on October 23, where he attempted to converse in Mandarin.
Zuckerberg hosted visiting Chinese politician Louis, known as the Internet Czar, for his influence in China's online policy on December 8.
As of January 21, 2015, Facebook's algorithm was revised in an attempt to filter out false or misleading content, such as fake news stories and hoaxes.
It relied on users who flag a story accordingly.
Facebook maintained that satirical content should not be intercepted.
The algorithm was accused of maintaining a filter bubble where material the user disagrees with and posts with few likes would be deprioritized.
In November, Facebook extended paternity leave from 4 weeks to 4 months. On April 12, 2016, Zuckerberg outlined his 10-year vision, which rested on 3 main pillars: artificial intelligence, increased global connectivity, and virtual and augmented reality.
In June, Facebook announced Deep Text, a natural language processing AI that learns user intent and context in 20 languages.
In July, a US $1 billion suit was filed against the company, alleging that it permitted hackers to use it to perform assaults that cost the lives of 4 people.
Facebook released its blueprints of Surround 360 camera on GitHub under an open source license.
In September, it won an Emmy for its animated short, Henry.
In October, Facebook announced a fee-based communications tool called Workplace Settings to connect everyone at work.
Users can create profiles, see updates from coworkers on their news feed, stream live videos, and participate in secure group chats. Following the 2016 presidential election, Facebook announced that it would combat fake news by using fact-checkers from sites like factcheck.org and Associated Press, AP, making reporting hoaxes easier through crowdsourcing and disrupting financial incentives for abusers. On January 17, 2017, Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg planned to open Station F, a startup incubator campus in Paris, France.
On a 6-month cycle, Facebook committed to work with 10 to 15 data-driven startups there.
On April 18, Facebook announced the beta launch of Facebook Spaces at its annual F8 Developer Conference.
Facebook Spaces is a virtual reality version of Facebook for Oculus VR goggles.
In a virtual and shared space, users can access a curated selection of 360-degree photos and videos using their avatar, with the support of the controller.
Users can access their own photos and videos, along with media shared on their newsfeed.
In September, Facebook announced it would spend up to US $1 billion on original shows for its Facebook Watch platform.
On October 16, it acquired the anonymous complement app TBH, announcing its intention to leave the app independent.
In May 2018 at F8, the company announced it would offer its own dating service.
Shares in competitor Match Group fell by 22%.
Facebook dating includes privacy features and friends are unable to view their friend's dating profile.
In July, Facebook was charged £500,000 by UK watchdogs for failing to respond to data erasure requests.
On July 18, Facebook established a subsidiary named Lianzhu Science and Technology in Hangzhou City, China, with $30 million of capital.
All its shares are held by Facebook alone.
Approval of the registration of the subsidiary was then withdrawn due to a disagreement between officials in Zhejiang Province and the Cyberspace Administration of China.
On July 26, Facebook became the first company to lose over $100 billion worth of market capitalization in one day, dropping from nearly $630 billion to $510 billion after disappointing sales reports.
On July 31, Facebook said that the company had deleted 17 accounts related to the 2018 U.S. midterm elections.
On September 19, Facebook announced that, for news distribution outside the United States, it would work with U.S.-funded democracy promotion organizations, International Republican Institute and the National Democratic Institute, which are loosely affiliated with the Republican and Democratic parties.
Through the Digital Forensic Research Lab, Facebook partners with the Atlantic Council, a NATO-affiliated think tank.
In November, Facebook launched Smart Displays, branded Portal and Portal Plus.
They support Amazon's Alexa intelligent personal assistant service.
The devices include video chat function with Facebook Messenger.
In January 2019, the 10-year challenge was started asking users to post a photograph of themselves from 10 years ago, 2009, and a more recent photo. Criticized for its role in vaccine hesitancy, Facebook announced in March 2019 that it would provide users with authoritative information on the topic of vaccines.
A study in the journal Vaccine of Advertisements posted in the 3 months prior to that found that 54% of the anti-vaccine advertisements on Facebook were placed by just 2 organizations, funded by well-known anti-vaccination activists.
The Children's Health Defense/World Mercury project chaired by Robert F. Kennedy Jr. and stop mandatory vaccination, run by campaigner Larry Cook, posted 54% of the advertisements.
The ads often link to commercial products, such as natural remedies and books.
On March 14, Huffington Post reported that Facebook's PR agency had paid someone to tweak Facebook COO Sheryl Sandberg's Wikipedia page, as well as adding a page for the global head of PR, Karen Maroney. In March 2019, the perpetrator of the Christchurch mosque shootings in New Zealand used Facebook to stream live footage of the attack as it unfolded.
Facebook took 29 minutes to detect the live-stream video, which was 8 minutes longer than it took police to arrest the gunman.
About 1.3 M copies of the video were blocked from Facebook, but 300,000 copies were published and shared.
Facebook has promised changes to its platform. Spokesman Simon Dillner told Radio New Zealand that it could have done a better job.
Several companies, including the ANZ and ASB banks, have stopped advertising on Facebook after the company was widely condemned by the public.
Following the attack, Facebook began blocking white nationalist, white supremacist, and white separatist content, saying that they could not be meaningfully separated.
Previously, Facebook had only blocked overtly supremacist content.
The older policy had been condemned by civil rights groups, who described these movements as functionally indistinct.
Further bans were made in mid-April 2019, banning several British far-right organizations and associated individuals from Facebook, and also banning praise or support for them. MTJ's member Malavi Hashim, a radical Islamist imam, believed to be the mastermind behind the 2019 Sri Lanka Easter bombings, preached on a pro-ISIL Facebook account, known as Al Ghiraba Media. On May 2, 2019 at F8, the company announced its new vision with a tagline, "The future is private."
A redesign of the website and mobile app was introduced, dubbed as FV5.
The event also featured plans for improving Groups, a dating platform, end-to-end encryption on its platforms, and allowing users on Messenger to communicate directly with WhatsApp and Instagram users. On July 31, 2019, Facebook announced a partnership with the University of California, San Francisco to build a non-invasive, wearable device that lets people type by simply imagining themselves talking. On September 5, 2019, Facebook launched Facebook Dating in the United States.
This new application allows users to integrate their Instagram posts in their dating profile.
Facebook News, which features selected stories from news organizations, was launched on October 25.
Facebook's decision to include far-right website Breitbart News as a trusted source was negatively received.
On November 17, 2019, the banking data for 29,000 Facebook employees was stolen from a payroll worker's car.
The data was stored on unencrypted hard drives and included bank account numbers, employee names, the last 4 digits of their social security numbers, salaries, bonuses, and equity details.
The company didn't realize the hard drives were missing until November 20.
Facebook confirmed that the drives contained employee information on November 29.
Employees weren't notified of the break-in until December 13, 2019. On 10 March 2020, Facebook appointed 2 new directors, Tracy Travis and Nancy Tuliford, to their board of members. We will continue about Facebook in part 3, so stay tuned.